Alright, good morning everybody. Sorry for missing class on Friday, I was ill, but I've got a little bit that I'd like to show you before next Friday's class. Now, next Friday's class is shown as the midterm, so we're going to get prepared for that. I'll kind of show you what it's going to look like and how it's going to work. But first, here's a new concept that I want to show you. I was planning on doing it on Friday, and that is the minor scales in solfege. Okay, you may know we have our major scale, of course, and that there are three kinds of minor scales: the natural minor, the melodic minor, and the harmonic minor. So let's check out how those work in solfege, and we'll sing them together. I'll have you sing them after me here, even though it's on YouTube. All right, let's get our C. And for good measure, let's go ahead and sing the major scale together. 2, 3, 4. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Of course, you know that we have sung that many times at the beginning of classes to figure out what the major mode is. Okay, let's talk about the minor modes. And I briefly mentioned to you in solfege what you need to do to make things either to sharp notes or flatten them, raise them, or lower them. The minor mode deals only with lowering notes, so we don't need to worry about the other stuff. So we'll be very basic here. But let's talk about the natural minor scale. Natural minor scale. To make something naturally minor, you need to lower everything that can be lowered to make it a minor scale. In this case, we need to lower the 3rd scale degree, the 6th scale degree, and the 7th scale degree. Now, what that is going to do to the solfege is you're going to have to use a different solfege syllable to indicate that you have changed the note, that you have lowered it. And if you remember, when we talked about chromatic solfege, if you want to lower a note, you need to add the vowel sound A to whatever it is. So in this case, mi will become me, la will become le, and ti will become te. Okay, let's go ahead, I'll sing it, and then I'll let you sing it after. Hear it on the piano first. Song is do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, te, do, te, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, and you can go ahead and hit pause and sing it yourself, or you can rewind and hear me play it on the piano or sing it again. Sing it several times until you feel confident that you can do it. All right, next is another scale, and it is related to all of these. All these scales are related, the minor scales. This one is known as harmonic. And the difference between the harmonic minor scale and the natural minor scale is one note only. The 3rd scale degree is still lowered, the 6th scale degree is still lowered, but the 7th scale degree is not lowered. It remains natural, and just so you remember, I'm going to put a natural here, even though I don't need to since it is normal. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and play that on the piano, and then sing it, then you can hit pause and sing it a number of times yourself. Here's how it sounds. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, ti, do, ti, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, ti, do, ti, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So you notice there's a really large interval between the 6th and 7th scale degrees, because the 6th scale degree is lowered, the 7th scale degree is raised. So this is actually an augmented 2nd interval, which is equivalent to a minor 3rd. So it's a big interval. to make sure you give yourself plenty of space to sing it. So you can sing it as many times as you like going back. Okay, and the final scale I want to show you is the melodic minor scale. Now this scale is similar again to the other scales because it uses the same lowered pitches, but it uses them in a different way. This scale is different ascending than it is descending. For instance, when you ascend in the melodic minor scale, the third is lowered. Okay, that's kind of the first thing you need to do. That's the only thing that keeps it to minor, is that lowered third scale degree on May. But ascending, when you're going up, the 6th scale degree and the 7th scale degree are raised, just like in major. And the reason for that is, it's kind of like Do is a magnet. When you've got two attracting magnets, this is kind of pulling up. So, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. So when the line is ascending, it wants to feel it's getting closer to Do. But when it is descending, it's like when you turn that magnet over and they repel. Do is now pushing the scale back down, and you have Te, Le, and Me, just like the natural minor mode, going down. So, melodic minor mode is unique in that it is different ascending than it is descending. Let me play it on the piano and then I'll sing it. Here's how it goes. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Te, Le, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. I'll sing it again. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Te, Le, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. So you see, different ascending than descending. So pause this one, sing it several times. Even if you're in the computer lab, you can sing it quietly under your breath. No one will make fun of you. Okay, so those are the three minor scales. And it won't be this Friday. It'll be next Friday. We'll start singing in those minor scales. But I want you to make sure that you have those in mind and that they are learned. I'm going to erase these, and now we're going to do a little something that's going to make you feel a little bit better prepared. I was planning to do this last Friday, of doing a little bit of a mock exam to help you feel prepared for your midterm exam, which will take place this Friday. So I'm going to do a little bit of a mock exam so you can see what the format is going to be, and it won't be too scary. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, and you can do this with a piece of staff paper, or you can do it in your mind. There will be a number of sections. There will be 3 sections on this exam. The first section will be intervals. Okay, I will put down a number of numbers, say 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hope those are all on the screen. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will play an interval for you, and then you will write down what it is. You will give me the name of the interval. And then we'll do something on chords. Let's say we'll do 3 of those. Remember the chords, major, minor, augmented, and diminished will be there. And then we'll do a dictation. Okay. There'll be more intervals, more chords, and more dictations on this, but this is just to give you an idea of the flavor of this, how it's going to work. And don't worry about bringing staff paper to class or anything like that. I will provide you with an exam. Okay, so we'll just call this section A and section B. Let's practice how this is going to work. I will play the interval, I will roll it, and then I will play it chorded together, and you give me the standard name. So number 1. So as I said, I played it once ascending and I played it chorded. Together, I want you to start getting those sounds, both the sound of it played apart and together in your mind. and put down the standard name that we have learned for that interval. In this case, what I just played was the perfect fifth. Okay, a little bit of a note, and I'll tell you this a little bit more on Friday, but I want to make sure you know it now. If you're going to, regarding the names, you can spell this out if you'd like. If you want to write perfect fifth, that is okay to make sure that there's no confusion whatsoever. But if you are going to write one of, say, the major or the minor, and there will be majors and minors, thirds, seconds, sixths, and sevenths, make sure that it's very obvious to me which of those you are wanting to relate. So if you do something like this, that's going to be difficult for me to understand because you made the M the same size as the 2, so are you trying to make me think that that's major, but it doesn't have the little stem at the beginning, so I don't know if it's minor. So just be very, very painfully obvious of what you want me to do. So if it's capital M for major, make it really, really obvious. And if it's lowercase m for minor, make it very obvious also. Okay? All right, let's do the second one of these. Okay, and of course you can pause and rewind and listen to if you need to. I will only play them 3 times on the exam, however. That was a major sixth. Okay, see, obvious major. All right, let's do number 3 and number 4. And that was a minor second, and number 4. And that was the minor 7th. Okay, if you don't feel really confident, you can always go to Goodyear.com and bone up on these, get them a little stronger. Okay, let's try section B. These are the chord qualities. With each of these examples, I will play them chorded, which is how you learn them, and I will also roll them so you can hear them that way as well. Okay, you can again use an abbreviation or the full name: major, minor, augmented, diminished. Anyway, let's do these 3. Number 1. And that, of course, was the minor triad. Number 2. That, of course, the major triad. And number 3. That was augmented. All right, and a third section will be the dictation. It'll actually be 2 dictations on Friday. I'm just going to play it through one time. You may rewind and play it as many times as you wish, but I will give you the standard statistics for this, which is the key, the clef, the key signature, the time signature, the number of measures, and the first note. Okay? And I'll actually write this here so you can see it. Okay, so it's in treble clef, G major, 3/4 time. There will be 4 measures. Your first note is Do, quarter note right here on beat 1. Okay, I'll play it. I'm not actually going to give you the answer today. I will play it, and you can play it as many times as you like after by rewinding it and see if you can get it, all right? I will give you 2 subdivided measures here in the key of G major. 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and... All right, good luck. See you Friday.